Okay guys, I'm just gonna show you a couple examples to help you through homework tonight. So if I have 6/10 and I wanna turn that into a fraction, my 6 is in my tenths place, so that is the same thing as 6/10, 6/10. But in 6th grade, you have to have your answers in simplest form. So then I have to look and say, what will go into 6 and 10 to reduce this? I'm gonna use 2. And so I'm now dividing 6/10 by 2/2. So 6 divided by 2 is 3, 10 divided by 2 is 5. So my final answer is 3/5. And then I can check that also, because remember today I showed you that you're gonna take your numerator and divide it by your denominator, and that will give you your fraction. So then I get 6/10, I know I'm right, okay? So I'm gonna divide numerator divided by denominator to get my decimal. That gets you your decimal. Remember that, okay? So then if I have a fraction such as number 7 was 4/5, and I want to turn that into a decimal, well, I can do this pretty easy to put it into tenths. 5 to 10, I'm going to multiply that by 2, denominator by 2. If I multiply my denominator by 2, I have to multiply my numerator by 2. 4 times 2 is 8. 8/10 as a decimal is 8/10. Or I can take 4 divided by 5 in my calculator, 4 divided by 5, and I will get 8/10. So either one will work, okay? The other example I want to go over with you was number 13. We did this in class. I had 5/10. I had 3/16. I had 75/100, and then I had 5/48. And I told you it is much easier to convert your fractions to decimals, to list these in order from least to greatest, than to convert your decimals to fractions, because if you do decimals to fractions, then you have to find a common denominator for all 4 of these, and that's going to be very time consuming. So we're going to take the fractions, and put them in a decimal form to compare. Well, 5/10 is already a decimal, so I'm going to just bring it down. 3/16, I'm going to take 3 divided by 16 in my calculator. I get 0 and 1.875. Now I told you that you should round to the nearest thousands place. So 5 would tell 7 to go up 1. So it's going to become 0 and 188 thousandths. Okay? I'm going to bring down my 75/100 because it's already a decimal. And then I need to convert 5/48 into a decimal. So I'm going to take 5 divided by 48, my calculator, and I get this long number. Again, we're rounding to the thousands place. So 1 tells 4 to stay. So this one becomes 104 thousandths. Okay? Now I'm going to take all 4 of these numbers and I'm going to line them up by decimal point and place value. I'm going to fill in these zeros where I need them. Now I can compare very easily to see what is the smallest. Okay, I have no whole numbers, so I'm going to come to my tenths. Well, here's a 1 and here's a 1. Those are the 2 smallest. So I need to come to my hundredths. Okay, 0 is smaller than 8. This is my smallest number, so I'm going to write that one first. Then I know that this one is my next smallest number because of the 1. Okay, then I have these 2 left. Well, again, there's no 1s, so I'm going to my tenths. I have a 5 and I have a 7. Well, 5 is smaller than 7, so that is next. I crossed it out because I used it, and I'm left with 75/100. Now, I start with fractions, so I want to list them in order according to the original number I started with. So this number here, 1 and 4 thousandths, it goes with 5/48. So 5/48, then this 188 thousandths goes with 3/16. So that would come next. That would be the next biggest. Then we have our 1/2 or 5/10 as our decimal. Then we would have our 75 hundredths. So this is our final answer. Okay. Okay, I hope that was helpful. Remember, for a fraction to a decimal, you're going to take your numerator and divide it by your denominator in your calculator. All right, thanks guys. Have a good night.